Good morning. Monday, left on your own. How did you get on? First match, Midland had to win. If you think of the context, being champions and drawing your first match, got to win your second. They have now conceded 5 goals in 2 matches. Could be fun this season for Midland. And they gave you a nice trade as well. How about that? Very generous. Sondersky scoring first. And now when you get a goal before the first 10 minutes of a match, you do have the option of the half-time market. You get better odds in the half-time market because you're taking a greater risk. You've only got 45 minutes for your team to do the job, where if you're using the match odds market, you've got the whole 90. Francolino, Gabriel and Francolino on the button. Off we go. Merry Christmas. Fantastic stuff from Midland yesterday. Easy as you like. Had to win. Did win. HJK Helsinki and Guiniston. I did tell you HJK would be eyeing between 2 and 4 goals today. And they got spot on with the 4 goals. At any stage, did Guiniston offer an angle in? Did they score first? Well, the red card in 21st minute pretty much did for them, didn't it? Great stuff, HJK. Now, when you get a red card there, you've got 25 minutes or 26 minutes to half-time, 24 minutes to half-time. To get my Carol Vorderman maths right. Basakirov, 21-minute red. Option to go half-time market if you fancied it. All dependent on the reaction from HJK in the first half to that red. Was it a positive reaction or not? Katowice and Zagreb. Well, it's one to watch, isn't it? The extra classer this stage of the season. Similar story for all of these leagues. Romania, Poland and Polish First Division. Gothenburg against the Elf. 2.4 the favourite. Absolutely wide open match, I'm afraid. 2.4 the favourite. Look at that. Humdinger 4-3. Not sure of any angles in this one. When you have a 2.4 the favourite, the market literally hasn't picked a favourite. That's what that's telling you. Even though shorter odds, 2.4 to 2.75. They even go as high as about 2.8 in the match odds market. That really tells you something. You can't pick. They can't pick a winner. So good luck yourself. Super Etten, over 2.5 goals. Vesteras, easy as you like against Trelleborg. Looking on to today, and it's the second legs today in the Champions League and the Europa Conference. So we do have something to work off. So let me take you through some of the first leg scorelines. So we're at the footballtradingprofits.com website, just having a look. Just a very basic research. It'll just give us something to think about as the day progresses. So Kairat Almaty against KuPS. Interesting, isn't it? That aside 2-0 down is a very strong favourite today. Does that tell its own story? Are you going to be expecting Kairat Almaty to score before half-time? That's what logic would suggest, wouldn't it? When you're 2 goals down and you're at home, you want to score as early as possible to get yourself in with a chance of that second goal. KuPS, this is problematic. They can afford a 0-0 or a 1-0 defeat and still progress. I call this a tolerable loss. You see it quite a lot in these second legs. The best team by far will lose, but lose enough to go through over 2 legs. So in that regard, we've got a lot of this today. 2-0 leads. It makes things very difficult. Dritter and FC Copenhagen. Dritter and 0-2 down from the first leg. It was comfortable. It looked comfortable for Copenhagen, but it's not. There were 2 penalties in the second half. Now that does not translate to 1.42 favouritism today, does it? It could be the fact that Dritter could be very, very defensively bent. But that said, Copenhagen dominated the match. First leg, 14 shots off target. They were similar odds or slightly shorter against Vejle at the weekend and got their comfortable 2-0 win. Don't forget, yet again, Copenhagen can afford a 0-0 today. 0-0 is in play. It's a 2-legged affair. It's like being at half-time 2-0 up. Do they really want to bust a gut and score another goal? The only thing Copenhagen need to do is just keep Dritter out. Dynamo Kiev and Hamrun. Dynamo Kiev were bigger odds than this in the first leg, and they won 3-0, 1.36 odds. They had one goal in the first half, the other two took a while to come, which is a respect to Hamrun. But Hamrun are in for a hammering today if those 1.17 odds are accurate. Suggests 3-0, 3-1, any other home score. But when you're already leading 3-0, Dynamo Kiev can afford a 2-0 loss. Don't forget that. Okay? Just be very careful if Hamrun score first. Are we automatically going to lay them? Because Dynamo Kiev don't need to win. Just need to avoid a 3-0 or 4-0 defeat. Red Star Belgrade, the better known as Krveza Zvezda, playing another red side, Lincoln Red Imps. 0-1 lead from the first leg, despite being red carded. That's why that scoreline is a little blunt. Should be a lot more than that, shouldn't it? Now, with only a single goal lead, Red Star Belgrade do not want the embarrassment of Lincoln Red Imps scoring and it going to extra time. That's why you got 1.06. And we saw in a couple of the videos last week, short odds equal goals. Now, 1.09 or lower, I would suggest over 3.5 goals would be on the card and mostly scored by the 1.06 shot. 1.06, of course, you're expecting a goal at least before half-time. 3-0, 3-1, any other home score. I would even go so far for a 1.06 shot to look for three scorelines between 4-0 and 9-0. Have a punt. With the bookies, you won't get any Betfair market because they round it up to any other home score. Zrinski against Slovan Bratislava. It's a 4-0 lead for Bratislava from the first leg. 2 goals in the first half, 2 goals in the second. And look at the odds today. Relay the fact that this is half-time. Slovan Bratislava just need to go through the motions today. They can tolerate a 3-0 loss and still go through. That's why we have some problems today because the obvious favourite, the better side, is not favourite in this particular match. Interesting affair. They are by far, of course, Slovan Bratislava, the better of these two. But the market's expecting Zrinski to win, maybe a 1-0 or 2-0 today. And Slovan Bratislava go through in 2. Europa Conference League qualifiers, Iberia 1999, Prince's favourite football team, playing Levadia from Estonia. It's an 80th minute, 1-0 lead for Levadia from the first leg. The market does expect this to be competitive. 1.75 is a little lukewarm for a home favourite, but it is between my odds of 1.5, we're just above 1.7, where it's a good indicator that the home side should go unbeaten. Iberia 1999 have to score first, and then they will be partying like it's 1999. Differdanga from Luxembourg are playing the New Saints, who were actual favourites. Odds on in the first match, but they went 1-0 down to Differdanga goal. So 2.2 the favourite. It's a lukewarm favouritism for Differdanga. It's really not a match to pin your hat on, is it? Inter Escaldes against Olimpia Ljubljana. Scored first in the first leg, Inter Escaldes, and led 0-2, only to concede 4 second half goals. Wow. Olimpia Ljubljana, 2-goal lead. Clearly superior late second half. Inter are at home. They scored the first 2 goals away from home. So they could get on the score sheet today, couldn't they? And it's only a 2-goal lead, despite the blood and thunder. It's a 2-4. It's only a 2-goal lead. But quite clearly, Olimpia Ljubljana, very, very capable of coming from behind. That's it for today. I'm not sure I'm not sure I'll get involved for the late ones, I'm afraid. Just a lack of enthusiasm with this competition. We do have league football returning tomorrow with the Norwegian Obos-ligaen. And by the end of the week, we will be in August, when all of the big boys will be thinking about packing up from their holidays in Bognor Regis after getting a brand new tattoo, getting their hair highlighted. Looking forward to the new season. Friday, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, Irish Premier Division, Irish First Division. Good stuff, isn't it? Getting busier and busier. When are we going to see the big boys back? Not just yet, but the 1st of August normally heralds the start of something, because we're going to see the Championship, Bundesliga et al. Starting a bit earlier than the Premier League. So it's just our usual crew this Saturday, a mixture of new leagues and summer leagues. And on Sunday, we'll probably have a similar story. Belgian Julep League returning. Czech 1 League, Denmark, Finland, your usual teams. So we're going to have a look at the Premier League kickoff date. I'll be doing some reports for you from that. August the 16th. Yes, my dad's birthday. The day after Elvis died. And my dad's wedding on the August the 15th. So he had a bit of a interesting birthday present on his wedding night, didn't he? Wow. But enough about that. 16th of August. So that suggests that the Bundesliga will be a week prior. Oh no, 23rd. So it starts afterwards, the Bundesliga. Championship starts the week before. Championship starts on August the 9th. Wow. That's pretty much 2 weeks away. Watch out in the Championship for newly relegated sides. Saints, for example. A perennial Premier League side, now relegated. They should dominate this league and go straight back up, unless they suffer the horrors of some of those German Bundesliga sides who went down to the Bundesliga 2 and have had trouble getting back up. Have a great day today. I'm not sure that I will be about for the very late ones, but I'll certainly be about for the 4 o'clock ones for you and the 5 o'clocks. A lot of difficulty today, as I've already alluded to. A lot of teams with 2-0 leads. Are you really going to take their opponent on if they're leading 1-0? Because over 2 legs, the favourite's still leading. More so for the likes of Dynamo Kiev for such emphatic leads. 3-0 lead already. They don't need to do anything today. So difficulty with these ones. Have a great day. There'll be more readable football a bit later in the week. I might see you a bit later on, members on Telegram. And those of you who still have an itch to scratch about the tennis, you can always retrospectively trade. Just go to the day before. Look at the odds. Would I have played? How would I have played? Quentin Hallis, for example, 1.53 losing the first set. Nearly Kopriva winning the first set for us. 1.57, no problems with these lot. Straight 2-setters. Munir, that's what you're expecting, a 2-0, but got to be laid at those odds. Boca Juniors versus Auckland City, anybody? So have a great day today. I just want to see how Emma Raducanu got on. Easy as pie. It's these 3-setters. Just have a look at, as you can see, across a Canadian. That's why I would have had this match shortlisted. Canadian, called local enthusiasm in front of home support. Could put in a good performance, but then reality hits. Good stuff from Cross. Have a great day today. I'll look forward to seeing you a bit later on, members of Football Trading Profits, and I'll see you again throughout